Ladies and gentlemen, boys and all the girls, you are welcome again to the Free Talk Show. See why I finished him today. I'm very excited about today's topic. Today's topic is one of a kind. Anyways, I am Creamy Johnson. You can call me Creamy Pepe. I just want to quickly do the introduction so we can dive right in. And to my left is our very own.
Yeah, my name is Kingsley Oba, aka CYK, the richest. You know what it is. Shit.
As he has finished introducing himself, what are we waiting for? Oh, yeah, see why? It's marriage by force.
Wow.
I don't wait since. Say, may I quickly ask you this question? You've been married for 13 years. Is marriage by force? Is it a must?
Chill, Creamy.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Look, Creamy entered this place today blazing with fire.
Now violence.
Gone. He carried every chakabula, he carried pump action.
I'm not shout.
So, I'm going to give a very unconventional answer, and it might not sit down with a lot of people, which is the truth, but it's just that people don't like hearing the truth. And having said that, I like to say that marriage is not by force.
Oh,
it's not a must thing, because I'm about to go to the Bible, because at least that's the basis of a lot of things. In fact, if not all things in life. Even Paul actually admonished and said, listen, if you not feel hold your body, go and marry. But I would advise, that's how Paul said it. He said, well, I go advise.
May you hold yourself.
Stay. Because the burden where they come with marriage, people don't understand that it's a good thing, but there is a lot of responsibility that comes with marriage. One, the fact that you are going to be responsible for your husband, or the wife being responsible for the man, children, this thing is going to take away from so many things. Do you know that some people, marriages, they make them actually, it stunts their career?
Why did you say that?
Because some people had very great ambitions in life.
Okay.
And getting into marriage, because of the overwhelming, responsibilities, they shelve it.
Okay. So is it fair to say that marriage can also, let me rephrase the question. Is it fair to say that you should be who you want to be before you get married?
Exactly. And, this is something I try to advise a lot of young girls. I'm like, you see, once you guys get into this, because they have this window, they have this window of I must get married
between this time and this time.
They don't think of any other thing again. They don't think of self-development. They don't think of like something I'm going to teach my daughter. Listen, I'll tell her, don't be in a hurry to jump into this thing called marriage. Not because it's not great, but I want you to develop yourself, travel the world. One thing I'm going to tell her, travel the world, make money, invest in yourself. I understand. Let me help you with that point that you wanted to go. Because some people, get carried away. Some people, maybe because they make so much money, or they are so fulfilled that they are like, why do I need, this thing? Even when the right person comes. It's like, I don't really, but I also feel that it is it's based on what you really want. Because I've come to discover, Creamy, a lot of people don't know what they want to.
You can say that again, increase the volume.
See, I'm both male and female. I'm not talking about just, one gender here. Both male and female. A lot of people really don't know what they want. So they don't even plan their life. Or they're only focused on, okay, when I finish, I'll get married, and then I start having kids. So it's like there's this, there's this fantasy
that they've created in their head.
Because of what they see.
But see why? Sorry to cut you off. So I think you're speaking from perspective of a man, and because you have grown and you've seen life, you're looking at it from the standpoint of a guy. Now, from the standpoint of a woman, there's this status quo, or should I say there is this stigma that comes with, especially our mothers or our parents. I say, you've graduated from school, you have a good job. What are you waiting for? You're over 30.
Right.
Why are you not married? I want my grandkids, and all those stuff. I mean, I want to believe that at some point in your life, you had also said that about one or two women. Because that seemed to be the pressure that a lot of women or a lot of men too are having now. Because one, I have a friend. He's a guy, and his dad is in his 60s, and he's like 35. And one of his concerns is, in the next 20 years, his father is 80, and if he gets married by 40 and he starts having kids, will his father live long enough to see the grandkids? You see, those pressure. So do you want to really talk about that?
And the question I always ask, who is giving him the pressure? Why is he responsible for the pressure? Why are you taking up that pressure? Because, we take up this unnecessary pressure. We put this unnecessary pressure on ourselves, and come to find out that the old man might not even care. Or whether the man sees his grandkids or not, what does it change? Really, so the thing is, I hear some people say, so he's not going to witness my marriage. So he's not going to see my grandkids. And the question, which, don't get me wrong, it's a joyful thing.
Right.
It's one of the things every grandfather wants to see, or a father wants to see the daughter get married, the son get married, see the grandkids. But in a situation where it doesn't happen, is it that this man he's the one that will make your marriage work? Or is he the one that is going to raise the grandkids? Or what? I mean, what does it change?
Because when I spoke to this guy...
Because that's the question, right?
Yes, and that's the question that he's also asking. He's like, what? Culture was something that, based on his culture, being the first child of the family, and then the first male child of the family who should continue the posterity and legacy of his dad. He just really has this, like you said, pressure of, he has to make sure that his father blesses his grandchildren, like sees his legacy,
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I think as Africans, we are very superstitious.
So see what have kiddos in Africa. They are superstitious.
Well, trust me, that superstition one of the challenges, because I can understand where you want your father to bless your grandkids. But what if you never met your father?
Points.
So
Are you hearing?
So what if you never met your father? Let me give you a typical example of myself. I met my father when I finished university for the first time.
Wow.
The week I was writing my last paper, we never knew where this man was. Nobody, I've never met, my mom didn't know where he was, We tried everything looking for this man, So, miraculously, my mom, because then, like I always say, I'm from a very humble background means poor, poverty. I was raised by my mom, and it was crazy. We lived in one bedroom in Bariga. My mom used to go to Seme to buy granite oil to come and sell, And so one of those trips she went to in Seme, she said she had finished buying with her friend. She goes to buy. So she was sitting under a tree, one of the trees there, waiting for the pickup that will come and carry them. So they were waiting for the transport to come. She was tired. And then a car drove and parked. A Mercedes-Benz parked right in front of them, from a distance. And the guy driving was doing this. So the lady was like, who? So the man, because to them, I've been at free transport.
Abi.
You won't carry us. So she rushed down. So the man was like, not you.
The other woman.
So my mom was like, oh, I don't know this woman, this person now. So my mom now went, and the man was like, you don't know me? I was like, no, you don't remember me. I was like, I am your the father of your child's younger brother. When you guys were dating in Calabar, then I was the one living with him.
Hey,
We're talking of 30-something years.
wow.
So my mom, he said, imagine recognizing my mom from a distance. After how many years? And this guy was a teenager then. A teenager. So,
wow.
And my mom was there, and then he called my dad. He said, we have found your son.
Hey!
He was looking for me.
Hey!
That was how. Now, this is my point. I had finished school, so I didn't need him. Not that I didn't. I mean, I really wanted to know him. I wanted to know my father. I wanted to see him. Not because he wanted to do anything for me, but I just wanted to know. You know that you just want to know you have your father somewhere.
Closure.
So, and called closure. And then I met him, and I was like, okay, that's it. And trust me, this is not to brag. I practically was later helped my father in life before he passed. Because I got into comedy and all that. So what I'm trying to say is, some things we put pressure. We're like, oh, my father. I wish. No, these are pressures we put on ourselves. First of all, build yourself, improve yourself, add value to yourself. These things won't be a problem. I mean, like I said, I came from a very poor background. My mom, I remember finishing secondary school. My mom practically told me, I don't have money to send you to university.
But see why? You see, it's easier said than done. If your daughter walks up to you today and says, daddy, she's finished school, she's a doctor, she's done her doctorate degree, she's done her PhD, she's achieved all that she wants to achieve in terms of her academics, her career. She walks up to you and she just says, daddy, hey, I just want to tell you and mommy that I just don't want to get married. Marriage is not my thing and I don't want to have kids.
Honestly, first thing I'll ask, I want to talk to her. Okay, is there anything you want to, you want us to talk about? Because there has to be a reason. It's a cause and effect thing. There is something that triggered
her to say that.
Is it an experience you had? Because we can also, resolve that. But if it is something we discover that there's nothing, and she's very honest to say, no, it's just, I really don't. And I've seen someone. Let me not mention. We
don't want to be sued. Allegedly.
So, I know someone. It's not because anything is wrong. She just doesn't want it
to be married.
She's okay.
Wow.
The only thing is she has most of her, and she's in her 50s now. So you can imagine, marriage is not even, and it's not as if she wants to change it. She's been saying it from time, and she followed through. So she has niece and nephews. So most of her businesses, trust funds and all those things, she put them in the name of her nephews and niece.
So because this is one downside of it for me.
Right.
Again, anybody can, do whatever they want to do with themselves and make decisions respectively. No one has any right to question, what you want to do. But my thing is this, you acquire all this wealth, you acquire all these riches. So who are you living it for? If you decide that, because there's a difference between you not wanting to get married and you not wanting to have kids. These are two different things. There are some women that don't want to be married, but they want to have kids.
So, Creamy, there are too many children in this world that need adoption.
I understand, see why, but see, Oh God.
There are so many children in this world that see, and thank God I have kids of mine. But if peradventure it didn't happen, I honestly, I know. I mean, some people say it's because you see. I am this kind of person. I don't think things bother me like that. It will, but it will as humanly. But it's something I always tell my. I'm like, if it never happened, listen, there are beautiful kids in orphanages that need, they need care, they need love, they need to be, a home,
right?
And that's why I'm sorry to say. And this is not attacking any church or any religion. But the church has made it look like if you don't have a child, or even not even the church, some culture, if you don't have a child of your own,
then you've not
something wrong. I mean, come on, let's go adopt. If it's not happening biologically.
See why? It's because you have grown and you've traveled around the world.
Right.
You are exposed.
But do you know even the ones that even end up doing IVF, instead of coming to say I went to do IVF, when they come to give testimony, the power of the commission of this commission. Papa prayed for me.
Council, break the table. Break this table.
You clearly know that you went to do IVF. I'm not saying because I know
because it's misleading too.
Yes, some IVFs fail, but come out and say I went to do this thing. We tried, it didn't work, and we went to do
IVF. To the glory of God, it was successful.
This thing was successful. But you come and say, I remember we tried, and then we came for one of the something power something experience, and then Papa made a declaration, and then we went back and it happened. No.
But bro, there has been. I mean, again, there has been situations where, I know a friend who did IVF like 3 or 4 times, and it became like a siege on her, a burden. Like at that point, she was already frustrated. Like I've tried it all, and then now they're not trying surrogacy. Like, okay, you know what? Let's go and And the husband said, "Babe, let's just try it one more time." And before they went to do the insemination, they went and told their pastor that, "Hey, sir, this is what we want to do. We've tried it 4 times." And then he prayed, he declared, he said, "This time it will work." And it did work.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not disputing the place of miracle because I believe in miracle. I live a life of miracle.
Right.
Because, like I always say, the supernatural is my natural.
Right. My new word. Let me ping it. The supernatural is my natural. You people will hear it on Instagram today.
It's a mindset. When you carry that mindset, you don't have problems in life. Trust me. So, but I'm not going to mention this, but my best friend, he had the same challenge, having kids, and they actually were saving money to go and do IVF.
Oh.
And they were having miscarriage, and so they were like, you know what? Let's save money, go do this thing. Do you know that the week they were planning to go,
the man knock away, he just cook.
So, and they've had 2 kids now. So what I'm trying to say is, let us put the right information out there
and not mislead people. I agree.
Now, back to what we're talking about. You see, when we allow society, family, tradition, culture put pressure on us, you know what? It actually, they are not the one that will suffer the brunt. The burden will be on us, or whoever is, being pressured. You must be able, I think, like you said, is growth. That is why you have to get the right information. Like, my daughter, my kids, I am starting now to tell them certain things to prepare their mind about the world.
Right.
like I always tell my daughter, I tell her, I say the world is big, it's beautiful. I show her stuff. I'm like, look at this country, look at this place. Oh, look at this place. Would you like to go here? I'm preparing her mind. So when she gets to that point, she will understand, like, look, I need to get out an adventure.
Right.
So that you don't just, spend your life just sitting down waiting for somebody to come.
And change your name. And give you belly.
And then, you know what? You get into this situation, and because you've not been able to actually find yourself as a person.
So sorry to cut you off, because this topic, this topic is passionate. I have a lot of.
Although marriage sweet though.
No, marriage sweet. I'm married and trust me. No, marriage sweet. I dey enjoy my marriage.
Is it though?
Very, very sweet. Oh my God.
And he said
No, marriage is very sweet. But here's the thing. Now, do you want to talk about people that they knew that, I don't want to get married, but pressure, cultural pressure, religion pressure, parental pressure, and all the kind of pressure pressurized them into actually getting married. And now they are married. It's not like their spouse is a bad person, but they don't find fulfillment. They are not happy. You understand what I'm saying? I know of a friend that this is real life. She's married. And she doesn't like it. But because of the cultural thing that once you get married, the next step is to have kids. So she had to have a child. And she's torn between, it's not like she resents the child, but her husband wants her to have one more. But she now, this time, it's like she's rebelling. I don't like kids. Like this child that I have, this particular one that I have, I had to do it because it's a sacrifice I made for the family. Yes, I love him. I will take a bullet. I'll take a grenade for him. But I don't love marriage. I don't want to. So that kind of person, what would be your advice to that kind of person?
My candid advice to this person, first of all, you need to, if she has the resources, go see a counselor with your husband. What I mean by that is go sit down with a counselor and be vulnerable. Tell him there, you guys have that couple. Tell him, look, this is where I am. Be very honest with him. Tell him, honestly, it's not something I wanted to do.
She has told him.
And he's still insisting.
Yes.
And so the onus is not on her again.
Just told him.
Because at this point in time, if you've told somebody the truth, and it's just like you have a crush on someone, and you come out and tell the person, I like you, and the person is like, I'm not ready to do this, but you like, okay, let's make it work. You keep, which I've been in that situation before. I've dated someone, like I always say, the person liked me but didn't love me. The person liked me for, what she saw. Your status.
The package.
I was fond of me. Always because I'll make her laugh. But I was seeing more than that. I wanted more than that, rather. And I kept pushing. And the more I pushed, the more it's like we were having issues. So I was now thinking she was a problem. You understand?
Yeah.
So now, it was later I was like, I need to snap out of this, which I did. So what I'm trying to say is, who's the problem? It's not the person, because the person has made it, like, the person has been very clear that I am not into this thing. I'm not enjoying it. I want to just get out of it. I'm sorry if, but if you still insist, whatever comes with it, you take it. Honestly.
Because at this point, she's like, it's becoming like an emotional blackmail. She and she's now beginning to resent the man. The man is a good man. He takes care of her. He does everything. Like,
it's not even about the taking care. It's gonna get to the point of resentment. And you don't want it to get, once somebody gets to a point where the person is resenting you, do you know what it means for you to live in a house with someone and the person gets the person is always angry when they see you. And you know what resentment leads to? People don't understand.
Yeah.
It leads to evil thoughts. What I mean by that is the person starts looking for ways to get rid of you.
Any kind of way.
Any kind of way. Like they will look for ways to just
Any kind of way.
buy you or unalive you or just or they run away. They just disappear. I hope it's not planning.
Well, I've not reached that level.
So, I mean, that's what I'll tell her. I'll like, look, go sit down with a counselor, someone, talk about it, tell the person, or somebody that understands the situation that the person respects.
Me, I outrightly told her, I said, babes, in my opinion, as much as I love marriage, I love being married, I enjoy being married, I told her to just walk away.
Like file for divorce.
File for divorce. And you guys have shared custody over the child. And if he thinks he wants more kids, he can remarry and have more kids.
And I can understand some of our fears. It could be that she maybe she doesn't want the guy to go around saying that, or
No, she loves the guy. Like, she married him because she loves him, but she does not want to have kids.
Oh, she doesn't want kids.
She doesn't want kids.
But she wants the marriage.
She wants the marriage. Like, she loves the man. That man, the man is whom she loves. Now, she said they talked about it. Like, she already told him, I don't want kids and all that. And the guy was like, okay, at least,
Oh, the guy agreed.
When we get to that point, we'll cross it. That kind of, when you are in love, you don't need to have friends.
Why people they
now they're now married. Then the reality now kicked in. Then she now said, out of compromise, I have this one child.
God.
Now she's now saying that meet me in the middle. I didn't want kids at all.
So at this point in time, the guy is selfish.
That's what I told her. I said he's selfish.
At this point in time, he's being selfish.
You have been consistently telling him what you wanted from the beginning. You loved him. You chose to be in the marriage.
It's just been selfish on the guy's side, because if she made it very clear to him from the beginning and he was like, oh, okay, I can walk around it. Like you said, when the thing is sweet in the middle,
they get sense again.
The brain, the touch. So you agree to anything.
Anything.
Like Lamborghini. All right.
In the Lambo, allegedly.
I beg.
This is what we are talking about. You see the unnecessary pressure. See, I also believe that some women now that are waking up and saying that they don't want to get married, in my opinion, because I've had conversations with different people, different young girls, and one of the girls I had a conversation with, her reason for not wanting to get married did not make sense to me.
What was the reason?
Her reason is more like, and tell me one good thing that comes out of marriage. And I'm like, there are a whole bunch and lots of great things that comes out of marriage. I'm like, so you tell me why you don't want to get married. And she's like, well, I mean, I want to travel the world. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can still do that. And at the end of the day, still, do what you want to do. I said, well, we're now in an age where couples, don't tie each other down any longer. You can still be your career woman, and you do go the whole 9 yard and do whatever you want to do and still be married. And she's like, well, I don't want any man to tell me what to do. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, shut up. You're not grown.
So it's, I think to some people, it's the problem of submission. So, and
this one not be submission. This one be say she no just get sense.
Well, no, now you think I'm like that. So I've experienced this kind of conversation where people, some ladies say, oh, why would we always say submit? Why are we always? The problem a lot of women have is that word submission. Now, this is why they think it is control.
Thank you.
You know how I explain submission to them?
Thank you.
And it now makes sense to them. The word submission is from the word coming under a vision. Sub, under a vision. So now, it is now your responsibility to find out the vision of the
that person.
So you are even the one in control, not even the person. So you are now going to scrutinize the person. So it's giving you the power to scrutinize the person's vision.
Yeah.
For me to come under a vision that is, so that's why I said a lot of people don't know what they want. So they just go, oh, he's tall, he's dark, oh my God. He's tall, he's dark, he's handsome. Oh, he works in a tech company. He 6 figures, he drives this. So they don't, oh my God, he pulled the chair for me. Oh my God, oh, he bought me this.
Living in La La Land.
You understand? So they don't actually understand the vision of this person. Where is he going to? Where are we going to? So for you to sub under a vision, you need to define that vision.
Asha.
So
preach, Jare. I'll give you mic.
So submission is even the woman's power. But they think it is control. No, you are the one dictating if this guy is the right person. It's just like I am a pilot. If I see a pilot who is drunk in the airport, he's holding bottle and he's
you will speak.
And I asked, I said, sorry, which plane you want to fly? They say, this Boeing. Oh,
Boeing 521.
He's going to Nigeria, right? I said, okay, you know what?
I'd like to change my flight,
can they bring
please?
my load out? Because this is the pilot that is flying this plane. And he's drunk already.
Yeah, you can see.
You can see clearly that this guy is drunk. And you still want to get on that plane. Then you are the problem.
Yes, you are delusional.
God bless you. So when they say, I don't want anybody to tell me. No, it's not about telling you what to do. You need to know if he's going to say the right things. If he's going to make the right decisions. How does he act when he's under pressure?
True. When he's upset, when he's angry, when he's happy.
Exactly. Does he act irrationally? How does he coordinate himself? How does he treat people around him? So these are things a lot of you young ladies should look at. Not, oh my God.
See, I have another. I have one question here, and I was saving that one for.
Shoot.
This is I said today. Now you get this show today.
Oh my God!
You know, say now you the always the anchor today. No, now you be the one.
I'm really enjoying. No, we'll leave our.
Nah lie. After this topic, nah lie. You take your work back. I get one more for you.
Yep.
This time now, a guy, young guy, his mom's friend. You know, this say that God, I protect my son with the blood of Jesus. He reached to pray. You know, this, my auntie, and this guy got so used to my auntie, and then he grew up, and then they'll be like, oh, go to Big Mommy's house, That's because small mommy, big mommy, small mommy. I don't know, go to your big mommy's house.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Funny enough, she never made advances at him. The so-called big mommy never made advances at him. But after he finished uni, so big mommy went to another state with her husband and her family, and this boy was going to school. And then she was like, the school he was going to happened to be the state that her friend was in.
Devil, they walk over time.
God send the boy, say, go stay with your big mommy while you are in school. And can't tell the mom was not telling the big mommy that this is your son, put eye on him, make sure this is empowering her to be his mother.
Sweet mother.
To cut long story short, I don't know whether it was the excess care or the excess love. The boy just fell in love with his auntie. So when the big mommy started saying that this is no more a kind of a son and a mother kind of love, this love have taken one step further. Big mommy now is there saying, what's happening? And the boy is very caring. He protects her. He does everything. If she's sick and he's in school, in a heartbeat, he
Quick
don't
question
come back.
before you continue. She's single?
She's married. She's married, but
Okay,
the uncle doesn't see it as anything because he just feels like, she literally took care of the boy from small. So he didn't see anything. He also consider that he's a son that I never had, Until one day, the boy just told Big Mommy, this guy, how that Nigerian movie said, this kind situation just outplayed themselves. They kissed. And Big Mommy did not recover from the kiss.
And it went further.
They didn't go further. Big Mommy was disciplined enough to say, oh, this was a moment of loss. But the guy has told me that she is the love of his life. If he doesn't marry her, he's not going to marry anybody. Now, don't forget that Big Mom, women, if you awaken is the sleeping emotion that has been sleeping in our hearts.
And maybe
if
uncle,
you tap it,
may come be say uncle self, not they do well.
Big Mommy too. You can you can tell when a lady is responding some kind of way to
and
feelings.
She young,
I know Big Mommy said. Big Mommy is a fine woman. Now those kind Big Mommy, they take care of themselves. And then, she's all about health and wellness and empowerment. And, she will empower the body. We'll go to gym together, all those kind of Big Mommy and son things. Now, what he called as he
he no fit come out from your head.
The guy is in love. And the guy has told his mother. So the mother disowned him. And he does not give a damn.
No. Why the mother go this?
And now they tell you, so now the boy need her because the boy has now said if he doesn't marry this woman, heaven and earth will pass away.
The uncle supposed carry gun pursue him.
Some will even say that if the uncle gets in his way, he could deal with him.
And see, at this point in time, mental case.
This one not be. This boy is in love with this woman.
No.
Bros, I don't think say that mental. So if everything love, then be mental case.
No, you see, we need to understand that Chris not be until you come out close to.
Hey,
Chris not be until you. Hey, not be. No, see, because I have a friend who is heavily into the mental health space. He is big on it. The guy tell me, he says, see, some cases where they treat, you go like, wait, see, what is going on? Normal people, but when you hear the things that, and when they diagnose them, you know that there are different types of
mental health disorder.
His own is actually clearly, this is a clear case of he needs to seek help immediately. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is, one, the man go hurt him, the husband. Because when if it's either the man hurt him or he hurts the man.
Because the man is in his way.
And guess what? He go land him for jail. Okay, job like, I'll juxtapose this with a case of pedophilia.
Okay.
A man that is attracted to kids.
To a small child.
Why would it's a mental this thing now? It's not normal for you. You know, the person they married and the husband love him. Not be say they get problem.
They don't get any problem.
Help where they help you make on live with person. You would say you won't come put yourself, and you say nah must.
It's in love with
mental case.
It's totally in love with her.
So it's a mental case.
And if as of the time he was speaking to me, he was still sending her text messages. He sends her gifts. Like this, and I'm telling you,
and
like
the woman don't want him. As the woman
now that's the point I didn't really get clearly. And I think I'm going to ask him if maybe she's also leading him on.
Yes, that's another thing. If this woman is leading him on, then there's a problem because she has to.
But they've not had any sexual intercourse.
I mean,
apart from that first kiss. And he said this is a guy, unique guy and a fine boy. He has been with different girls, don't knock different girls. But he said, but that particular case.
it's just not infatuation. It's an infatuation. Why I say that is because even if he go marry older person, it should be somebody that is single. There are people I know. Yeah. I know person will say he's in kind of woman are older women.
Then plenty.
In like older women. You don't like all these small. And the guy na young guy, you don't like all these small. You like older women. But you have to be single for him to, if that's the case, not be person wife. And clearly in fact, he should be, if he is a normal human being, we go school, he's supposed to come out himself for that situation.
Come out himself instead, he plant himself where. So
he needs to see an expert to help him at this point in time on deliverance. TB Joshua don't die.
You're wrong, bro.
Man of God, help
me. Oh, God.
Okay, we have Jeremiah Omotofefe.
Allegedly.
The key of David has been given to him.
Oh, God. Help us in this, our social media streets.
At this point in time, bro needs to put in chains, lock him somewhere.
I mean, he's going to watch this show. Yeah. And because I did tell him I was going to
I'm sorry to say, sir. I mean, with all due respect, allegedly. I want to say to you, please, seek help. Go and see a therapist. Sit down. If you can get someone who is a therapist that, is a Christian, it will help you. Because, to be very honest, you are playing with fire. Because when the owner, it's either the owner kill you or you kill the owner. And
that's scary.
At this point in time, you go sit down for jail, they tell people your story.
We'll take a rhyme movie.
And guess what? For them, when they hear your story and your story, say, for jail, when they ask, okay, what did bring you come here? You say, I buy one gang you. Say, your own, what did bring you come?
They say, I fall in love.
With my auntie and I kill her husband.
Say, that did not happen to me. When I first come America, they put me for bench arrest. Oh, wow. Say I get $50 ticket when I no pay. So they put an arrest on my tags. So when they pulled me over, apparently the person that pulled me over was also a new recruit that I think that's his first day or so. So he actually took me in on bench arrest, 24 hours bench arrest. So when they put me on the bench arrest, and then everybody was talking about what brought them in for bench arrest. This one said, my man, I went and I broke into his house. I busted. I did. This one was talking about how she fought. This. Then I can't reach my tongue.
I didn't pay $50.
And I say, I didn't pay $50. Then one of you just said, you fat fool. You fat bitch. So you mean your fat ass is here because of $50 ticket? You let them bring you in? See, they cost me that day. I cry.
Man, they talk.
They talk serious thing. We bring them here.
Heavyweight.
See,
they go talk $50.
They call cost me say, as fat as you are, girl, you. See, I cried that they no say black Americans. They didn't know how to.
The way go pay that ticket.
See, after they come up from there, I pay the tickets because at that experience I can never forget it. So I relate to this last one we talk.
Oh Jesus! So please, truth is, when it to our guy, let me complete what I want to say. Please get help, honestly, and pray sincerely from your heart. Except they sincere. Tell God to help you. I'm serious. Because on a more serious note, marriage is really not by force. It's not a must thing. It's a good thing because why I would say it's not a must thing because you need to know you need to be sure that it's something you want to do, because we inside, we know waiting with the sea is a good thing, but the responsibility
it's big.
It's a lot, and you have to be sure it's something you want to do. And I guess that's why we have all these, cases of people getting divorced anyhow, because a lot of people now get in and discover that it's not really what I thought it was. Or a lot of them, they still want to, enjoy their life.
Right.
They still want to have that fun. And of course, restrictions go there. Because now you can't just up and travel. You can't just, you understand?
I 100%
You're
understand.
responsible to someone. Someone is responsible. So you have to be sure.
Right.
And it's not really, it's not a big deal.
Bros, it's not a big deal. It's not achievement. It's not thank you. Thank you for saying that word. Oh my God.
Marriage not be
I've had somebody tell me that one of the biggest achievements in her life is her marriage. I respect you. I respect you saying that. But when you say that, you put a lot of pressure on a lot of people. Like for me,
I would ask her in what context? Because you have to contextualize it.
Okay, I didn't ask that question.
Because when you make a blanket statement like that,
I didn't ask that question, but she threw me off.
For me, when you make those kind of statements, I'll corner you, because you don't just say things because you want to sound intelligent.
In the moment.
In the moment, you have to actually contextualize it, which is explain further.
Yeah.
What makes it an achievement for you? Is it
the achievement, or is one of your achievements?
Yes.
Because she said that marriage is like
her greatest.
Yes. And
how is it an achievement? Is it the concept of you being married?
I don't know.
Or is it the wedding day itself? Because some people, wedding day is all.
You go about the glory, yeah. That's all. Oh, yeah.
Then the other one is for social status. Social status. Like somebody on social media.
Yeah.
Some couples on social media now. Everybody wants to do couple things on social media.
See, bros, talk about loud. See that volume, loud it. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and all the girls, don't feel pressured because of social media marriage. It's so half of the time it's not real, it's not true. They make believe.
99.9%.
The pressure is too much. My husband just bought me guy. I don't like one kind of mumu like before. Let me just put it out there for all of you that wanted to die. At the time, my husband and I were financially, growing together. And we put in money together to do something magnanimous for the family, I withhold the information. But when I put it out there, that my husband did this for me. But what I didn't know at the time I put that information out there was the impact it had on a lot of people. Wow. And for that is why I'm, saying this out here, because a lot of people felt pressured to pressurize their man, like see waiting, even as the guy they hustle, see.
But some people go say, "Nah, their business with that."
And for me, I just want to put out there that if you ask me why I do them, I don't know if you remember the reason why I do them that time.
It was just the societal pressure.
I just felt like it will make us look good. It will make my husband look good. And now it has a lot of impact on, and I had to really clarify that with one of my cousins. I'm like, because she's married now, and I'm like, no. I said that because I just felt like saying it in that moment, So we did this together. We put in funds collectively together to do this project. It was not that my husband my husband can do that now. But at that time, he wasn't able to do that by himself. We did that collectively. And having to put that information out there that time, I misled a lot of people. And for that, I apologize for that. But
because some girls go
at the thing where they happen for social media now, be that.
And then go buy this thing for themselves. They'll go buy cake, come mail them to themselves.
Say,
oh
my
my
man,
God, he sent it to me.
Oh my
God. Okay, I think Have I answered all the questions?
You just one more, and I
One more,
promise you,
okay.
after this one,
Then we shut it.
go meet your wife for house. Go meet your. By the way, guys, CY has been married for 13 years.
13 years.
13 beautiful
Yep,
years.
yep.
And for the short time I've known him, I've learned a lot about. That's why he's on the hot seat, and that's why he's answering all these questions. So see why for someone that has now, you're not married. You've the deed has been done.
Right.
You're married, and you now realize that, hey, it's not working. It's not working, especially for clergies.
Okay, so the person marries, let's say the person marries a pastor.
Yeah. And it's not working, and they're like, the pastor has been standing on the altar every day to preach about marriage and, how it affects all this, this motivational talk. Yeah. And now the marriage is not working. Like, there's no happiness in the home. They only come to church and rub pancake and they're happy. Now, for other people out there at what point
do you agree?
Do you just agree and tell yourself that it's time to just let go, to just...
So do both of them know that it's not working, or one person?
Sometimes it's always one person. This one is not. It's not a person. This is in general context, because the reason why I'm saying this is scenario. Like, at what point do you just... Because now, patience is out of the door in terms of this new generation, both on the male side and on the female side. Patience is out of the door. Right. But there are now still some genuine people that has actually put in the work and has tried to make it work, but it's not working. So at what point?
I always, when I hear things like this, there is no yes or no answer.
Okay.
It's always, we need to know the peculiarity of the situation. For example, why is it not working? Is it because someone, for example, maybe a man, let me use a man, he feels he loves someone else out there. There was someone he loved before. But maybe for some reason the thing not happen. But now this one, so like the rebound, rebound. You say break up with person,
then you quickly just take this one,
jump enter this one, and then the thing lead to marriage. We have plenty of marriages like that. Trust me. I am I feel mentioned. You get no?
Allegedly.
That's what happened to him.
Yep. Made her rich. Amen.
You understand? That's what happened to him. So it happens. So you need to know, why is this not working?
Right.
Is it because you married this person? Some people, they marry out of pity. They marry out of pity. So because of this, they drag it, and deep down this person is not somebody, not even love, not even somebody you respect, because you have to respect somebody before you love the person. That's what people don't understand.
Sure.
This thing, love is not, people think love is feeling. Love it stems from respect.
Yes.
If you know you're not going to respect this person, there's no point.
Yes.
You should go into this whole thing. So if you know you are not, because some people will say, this person is of this status, he has all. No. It might just be one, it could be like that, one, and the person loves the person like that and respects that person.
Right.
So these are questions you should ask. Maybe I think the person probably had some love for somebody, or he married this person out of pity, or I just help him, or in they go through some things that period when I come, bond from there
for that reason.
Exactly. From there, you also I don't marry him so that she no go suffer, or make it no suffer. From there, then when you guys finally grow to a point where you stabilize emotionally, and maybe in other areas, you now realize
you guys are not meant for each other. Two
water
and fire.
most especially in the area of your belief system.
Yeah.
So these are things that you should question, you should ask. And that's why I always say, young ladies, please understand, where is this guy going? Does he fit in?
But bros, no verse. I know I said that's the last one. Bros.
So women. So men don't know where they go.
See, let's talk about the women that genuinely entered a marriage. And they married somebody that is attracted to them, to their fellow friends.
Just so the guy,
Eve married Adam, but Adam is in love with Steve.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Yes, now. And then Eve is like, I married Adam, but the closeness between this Adam and Steve is becoming too. And then Eve walks in on Adam and Steve. Now, because they want to, maybe they social media
put up
an appearance.
Yeah, an appearance. Yeah.
At what point, like, that thing blows my mind.
I mean, on those grounds,
because now
the law allows you to get out.
Yeah, the law, but now some people will hold the religion. See, that's why I said I also want us to really talk about on the religion side how they use religion to say, oh, your marriage is for better and is for worse, it's for richer and it's for poorer. It is still death. Do you path?
Even the law recognizes that it's deception. If the law, apart from the Bible, not the Bible with the talk, the law recognizes that it is deception.
See, it is inside marriage that I've heard some scriptures that I've never heard before in my entire life.
I mean, I don't. That's why I mean, I don't. For me, I understand the Bible at least. I won't say to an extent. I really understand the Bible. That's why when some pastors are preaching from even some verses, I'm like, she clearly doesn't even know what he's even talking about.
He has not read it from the beginning to the end.
Because you don't even know the pretext, post-text to even interpret the context. They just pick it, they plug it out of this thing, and then they throw it. So, for me, in such a situation, you have every legal grounds to get out of that place because even the law recognizes that as deception.
But the family are now saying that, cover our shame. Cover our shame. See, I did tell you, pressure deal.
So here you go. So now the family they suffer.
Bro, so they talk like that because you don't deliberated.
No, at this point in time, it's not anybody's fault again. It's the person's fault. Because that means you're going to be punishing yourself.
So what if she's saying, what will I tell the kids?
I don't understand.
What will I tell my children that your father that will be married together for 10
Gabriel.
years.
Your father is Gabriel.
Is now in love with your uncle Gabriel that has been taking you to school.
Your uncle is Gabriel. He happened to not be Kylie and Kris Jenner.
Allegedly.
So the truth is, at this point, there is no sugarcoating this. It all falls back to the fact that you have to get out of it, tell the person this is deception. Possibly some people sue because you deceived me. You deceived me that then you meanwhile now this thing you carry me enter this thing. That's deception. Or may I even give you one? There's a situation where a guy married this lady. Now church things, we don't go do anything until we marry. Then on the wedding day, come to discover that the woman no get this thing. No get private man.
Another sir.
He not there.
Sure.
Then another one day, hermaphrodite. He get man and woman.
Ew. Ambasimbong.
So what do you do? And you not tell this person, say
that is deception.
So what do? You get out. You won't say, the Bible says.
Not them the way they shout. The Bible says.
No, the Bible at this point in time, as they say, okay, no worry.
I don't worry. I will not expose you.
Nobody will know.
No, just go. Make a man they go.
So I think people just have to learn to say no. Learn to say no.
Okay.
Yep. Finally.
Hey.
Free talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't say CY now. It's supposed to be a marriage counselor. Yes, you have to be a marriage counselor.
I could try.
Yeah. Thank you very much, bro.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you for those, Chago saying our quality advice, where you drop. And for those my beautiful brothers and sisters that asked me those questions, thank you for asking those questions. And I hope that he answered your questions, because those questions were too hard for me. Yeah. You understand? But we also want to thank you for joining us for today's episode. I remain your baby girl, Creamy Johnson, and our very own
CY. And please don't forget to follow us on all social media, all our social media platforms, our handles. It's going to display on the screen. Follow, comment, drop your comment, your opinion, what you think. And if you have questions also, drop it,
And just FYI, I would like to say this on the public show. CY, it's time for you to release your musical single. Thank you so much. I dab out. God bless. Bye-bye.
Peace out. I won't say anything.